This video shows you how to run TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim program natively on Apple Silicon Macs. It was updated from version 4 to version 5 to 1. Ensure that Azul Java Runtime Engine version 11 is used. The most common problem with earlier versions of this workaround is people using a different version of Azul Java. Most people install version 11, but some people by habit just install the latest version, and that's currently 19, but it has been 18 in the past. 2. Incorporate the instructions for running from an icon instead of running from the command line. This was a separate video in prior versions. And 3. Remove the requirement to use sudo to run the workaround, which also removes the requirement to enter the password every time it's run. There are two categories of users for this video. Those who have been using the earlier versions of the workaround and those doing a clean installation. Those that are using an older version need to save the workspace files in their Thinkorswim directories. If you are doing a new install, skip to version 2. Step 1 is for people that have used an earlier version of the workaround, and is to save the workaround workspace files. This is so that all of your settings and layouts are reused, and so you don't have to set them up again. In version 4, Thinkorswim is an application, so we go to Applications, then the Thinkorswim directory, and then we can see our workspace files. So we can select those and copy them, and then I'll create a directory called workspaces, and then I'll paste them in. Now, if you're using version 1, 2, or 3 of the workaround, the workspace files are in Download, Thinkorswim, and you can see I only have one of them here. So I would copy that from the Download Thinkorswim area, and then I would paste it in Workspaces to save. So that's just to save your setup in Thinkorswim. Step 2 is to save off Applications Thinkorswim if you're coming from version 4. So for version 4 folks, we'll go to Applications, and then we'll find Thinkorswim. So the way to do this would just be to change the directory name to v4. Step 3 is to install Azul Java Runtime Environment version 11. There is a link to the Azul Java Runtime Environment page in the description section. So we'll click on it. Well, this is in my local text file. We'll scroll down to the Download Now in the Zulu section. And the top is Java 19, so we want to scroll down to Java 11, LTS, and then scroll down to, let's see, Mac OS, ARM 64-bit V8. And we'll click on the DMG, and it will download. on that. Double click on the package. To continue, install. And we're done. Step 4 is to install the macOS Thinkorswim kit. So there's a link to the description page, and we'll just click on it. Sorry, there's a link to it from the description page. And we'll scroll down and click on Install Thinkorswim for Mac users. Click. As you can see, the install takes quite a while because it's running with Intel Java. And we're at the login screen. So finish that and move on to the next step. The fifth step is to change permissions on the Thinkorswim directory so that you don't have to use sudo to run it. So start up a terminal session and execute the chown command in the description section. Just copy that and paste it in, and enter, and that's done. Note that the quotes around the who am I are reverse quotes, and on a US keyboard you will typically find it just below the escape key on the upper left. The sixth step is to check which versions of Azul Java you have installed on your system. The biggest problem that users have reported with this workaround is that they install Java 18 or Java 19 instead of Java 11. And even after installing Java 11, it doesn't work because the older versions are still around. So in the description section, you can see a CD library Java Virtual Machines. We will copy that, then paste it into our terminal window. And we'll do an ls. So we have Azul Java 11 and we have Azul Java 19. I installed Java 19 just for this, but some people do actually install it. So if you need Java 19, then leave it there. If you installed it by accident, then you can, well, let's put the command in here. Oops. Need a sudo, sudo rm minus rf zulu team.jdk. Just copy that, paste it, enter. Oops. Okay, we'll fix that so it's lowercase r, lowercase f. And we can see that Java 19 is gone. So this is the way to see what you have on your system. And this is how you remove any extra versions of Java that you have hanging around that you don't want. Now we'll try running Thinkorswim natively from the command line. So we grab this command to go to the correct directory. And then we'll execute this command. And this command runs runs Java directly from Java 11 directories. So we don't accidentally use the wrong version of Java. So you can see that it runs Java 11 here. This has the Java command minus jar launcher.jar. And we'll bring up Activity Monitor just to verify that we're running the native Apple. So we have Launcher, and you can see that it's Apple Silicon. So now we've demonstrated that we can run Thinkorswim natively on Apple Silicon. Step 8 is to copy the workspaces that we saved in an earlier step to our Thinkorswim directory so that we get our settings back. So I saved them in workspaces. So we'll just select them, then copy the two items, then go into Applications and Thinkorswim, and then paste them in. And there they are. Step 9. This is an optional step to create an icon to run the workaround. Many prefer to run the workaround from an icon instead of running it from the command line. So here's the optional procedure to set up an icon to run it from a double click. It can't be put into the dock for launching though. This solution requires using a small script that converts another shell script to an app. The app will pop up a terminal window and then launch Thinkorswim. You need to leave the terminal window up until you close Thinkorswim. Go to the website in the description section with the title How to Create Simple Mac Apps from Shell Scripts. Then open up a terminal window. Copy the shell script from Enter Appify section of the web page. So at that web page, this is the Appify section, so we copy that, then type, let's go to my home directory. Oops. Cat right angle bracket Appify in the terminal window, and then paste in the shell script. Hit an extra return and then hit Control D. You cannot put angle brackets or right angle brackets in the description section of YouTube videos. So in the section you see here where you see 2 asterisks in the description, use right angle brackets that look like this. On a US keyboard it's Shift period. Make the program runnable by typing, let's see, this command. Copy it, paste it, the next thing to do is to copy the text in the tos.sh section. So down here that looks like this. Let's make this a little bigger. So it should look like this, tos.sh contents, and we'll just copy that. And then we'll type cat right angle bracket tos.sh. And we'll paste in the text and hit Control D, and that's our little script. So as you can see, it just goes to this Thinkorswim directory under Applications, then runs version 11 Java, and then exits. So next we type, let's see, this Appify command, /appify tos. So we'll copy that, and we'll paste it. And you can't directly run this app now, but let's go into Finder, go into your home area, and we'll see this thing TOS. So we open Contents, show package contents, then open Contents, open Mac OS, and we have TOS. So then I'm going to copy it and then paste it on the desktop. And so it's over here. So now I will double click it, it'll do the pop-up. And there's Thinkorswim, and we'll just verify that it's Apple Silicon. And yep, it's Apple. And with that, we're all done. One last note, if you already have it working, you do not need to go through this procedure again. This is just me cleaning up, consolidating 3 different videos into one video, and also putting in some code so that it always runs the right version of Java to hopefully eliminate problems that some people have. So good trading.